Hey everybody, this is George from Revere Picture Framing in Middletown, New Jersey, and we are broadcasting from the Metro Hub? Metro Burb at Bellworks. And this place is awesome. I think it was designed by the same guy who did the TWA terminal, right?
It is Eero Saarinen was his name for any of you architecture nerds out there.
Yeah. This is a super cool place to be, and it's amazing that it's right in our backyard.
Yeah. Welcome, George. This is our new expansion.
Yeah,
our new expansion. This is our I guess
your second home.
Yeah. Do you remember that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer he finds I think this is the Merv Griffith show set?
Yes,
and he sets it up in his living room. Well, I kind of did the same thing.
Yeah, are we going to have what's his name? Who was the guy from the Animal Kingdom?
Oh, Jack Hanna.
Jack Hanna, yeah.
Mutual of Omaha.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was
somebody different.
That was somebody different, yeah. And I can't even find episodes of that on YouTube. Mutual of Omaha was Wild Kingdom.
Yeah,
I have that tune in my head, Mutual of Omaha.
Yeah, for sure. And sitting next to you is a Impractical Jokers fan, super fan,
mega fan.
The president of the Impractical Jokers, Brian Q. Quinn fan club.
There you go.
Your daughter,
Amanda
Kormos.
Amanda K in the house.
Amanda K. What's up, Amanda?
Nothing.
Welcome. What do you think of this palatial? What do you think of the new set?
I like the new set, but people are making it so obvious that they're staring. When I look at something, I do a quick glance and I keep going. They're just like...
You do a look away?
Yeah.
Like somebody's got a really bad...
But this is how we market this place now. Now people come by and they're like, "Well, what's going on in there?"
Like you got a really bad facial disfigurement.
Right. No, not at all.
That's what happened to me when I wrecked out on a dirt bike. My bicycle, I went to. It wasn't a dirt bike. It was a dirt bike. It was kind of like a BMX, and I wiped out and I went to Riverview, and I was so badly bruised up.
Wait, when was this?
Years ago. I was actually going to pick her up from school, and I was going through. There's a back entrance to like the woods in back of New Monmouth School.
Yeah.
And they have these concrete barricades blocking the way, and there was this old guy walking through, and I hit the brakes on my bike, and I went flying over the handlebars.
Whoa.
So right means rear, people. Right means rear.
The rear tire, yes.
Yeah. So you don't want to lock up your you don't want to lock up your front tire and go flying over the handlebars like I did.
No, that's very bad.
My face connected with pavement. That's why my jaw is a little crooked.
Yeah, but the old man walked away scot-free.
Yeah, he didn't even realize.
He was fine.
And I was like bleeding out on the sidewalk. Literally, I blacked out, and some guy.
Hey man, you all right?
Yeah, and when I got to the hospital, it was like people were giving me that quick look and look away,
Yeah.
So
I don't see any long-term effects, chicks dig scars.
There you go. I'm like Jojo Rabbit.
It's all good. Yeah. So
little Frankenstein.
Yeah. So how's everything going in the framing world, George?
The framing world.
Framed in Jersey.
In Jersey. Yeah. It's actually. I tell the story where
you were pretty busy.
I'm very busy.
Yes,
I'm very busy, and I'm fortunate because not all small businesses are busy right now, and this just is a testament to how wonderful our neighborhood is. Our area is, Monmouth County is just a great place to live. People ask me, if you hit the lottery, where would you move? I'm like, nowhere. This is the place I want to be.
No, New Jersey.
So,
I would buy Bon Jovi's house, but other than that, I would probably stay here.
Yeah. So it's just even when we were forced to close because we were considered non-essential. Come on, isn't picture framing essential?
It is.
You look around your studio; it's essential, right?
Art is essential. Yes.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
So we were closed for 3 months, and the phone was ringing off the hook. When are you going to be open? Can I do curbside drop off? And I said, yeah, you could drop stuff off. I can't let you in the store, but I can't get any material because since I was closed, so were all my distributors.
Right.
So I took it upon myself to redo the shop. And you've been at the shop, right?
I did. I think. Did you repaint it?
I repainted it. I resided it.
Yeah, you put you change all the displays in there. It
Yeah,
it looked
there's
cool.
a huge inspiration wall.
There's like Kevin Smith artwork in there.
Yeah.
There's there's a lot of us in there actually.
There is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, I have nothing but love for a Shared Universe podcast studio.
Thank you,
and,
thank you.
And
And
the
vice
stash
versa.
and the stash.
Yeah.
So
So we're in front of a big giant window, so we
yeah,
just wave at
we're just
everyone going
just
by.
random waving going on
Yeah,
over
so
here.
people are like, "What's
We'll
going
do-
on
we'll,
in
We'll
there?"
do the
Yeah. Well, then they're not waving at us, George. They're waving at the.
They're waving at Grogu.
They're waving
right.
at the Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
definitely waving at the Baby Yoda. There's no doubt.
But this place is awesome. I think I still love Eatontown a little more because it's like the original. It's.
I mean, there's more of your framing in there.
Yeah.
But we're slowly.
There's memories of parties that went down over there.
Yeah, but I want to show everybody watching your recent work here. So, if I pan the camera over, so we're getting there. If you look over on this wall here, that is George's handiwork.
Yeah.
You can even zoom in.
Some cool Lost Boys. If in case anybody doesn't know, Ming is just likes the Lost Boys just in passing. He's not really a fan. That's sarcasm at its best. So
I'm a casual fan.
casual fan. Yeah. It's like I'm a casual framer. But things have been really good. People just keep coming in, and I think it's because everybody is sequestered to their home. They're working from home. They're doing this hybrid learning thing with the kids. 2 days in, 2 days at home. So everybody's cleaning out their closets and going through their attic and just bringing me things that they never thought that they would either find again or frame or do whatever. And it's because, right now, unfortunately, you can't go to sports venues, you can't go to the
Can't go
movies
anywhere.
really, you can't go to Comic-Con. I've literally had people come in and go, well, I couldn't go to Comic-Con this year, so I'm going to start framing all these awesome things.
Oh
that I
yeah, you know
picked
why?
up.
Because they got all this money now.
Yeah,
They got,
that's-
no hotel room. No 4-day badges.
yeah,
No overpriced food.
that's
and,
it. And literally, our mutual friend,
Stu.
Stu Greenberg.
Greenberg.
Stu
Shout
Greenberg.
out.
Shout out to Stu. Got to give a shout out to Stu and the Wonder Twins.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, Stu's been in like every month.
Yeah.
Just drops off a pile of stuff and he's like, all right.
Yeah, he's
George,
like,
I'll be back next month for
do
this.
do what you do best, my friend. He says, and that's a direct quote.
Yeah.
And I love Stu. And again, we met at Jamian's and been fast friends ever since. At the
Oh yeah, we did a
Comic Book Men
yeah, it was
season 7.
I think it was a season 7 premiere
Yeah.
party. Yeah, our last premiere
Yeah.
party, unfortunately.
Right.
And
yeah.
that's Comic Book Man. Yeah, yet again bringing people together.
It's just great, and the whole pop culture Comic-Con scene. I think when you meet somebody in the genre and in the love of all mutual things, you instantly become.
Oh, you're
there's
friends.
a
for
brotherhood.
Sure. Oh,
There's
yeah.
a brotherhood there, or sisterhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. We don't leave anybody.
That's
out.
right. That's right. So, but things have been really, really busy, and I went to my local pharmacist, and she was like, "Oh, George, I feel really bad for you." I said, "Why?" She goes, "I drive by your place all the time, and it's you must be really suffering with this whole pandemic thing." I go, "Look,
don't bring me.
don't feel bad." I said, we're doing okay. We're holding our own and then some, and to that effect, I think I told you last time I had something that I wanted to announce, and this is just the tip of that. So.
Whoa! Major announcement.
Major announcement.
Revelation. Yes.
Drum roll. So I'm doing this thing called Frame It Forward, which is basically like paying it forward,
Right.
because people have been so generous and nice to me. So if you bring your diploma to me to get framed, and it doesn't have to be one from Monmouth or Kane or
Any diploma.
Rowan, any diploma, any certificate, I will kick back 25% to a local charity.
Really?
And right now, yeah.
I might bring you my ordination forms from the Universal Life Church when he became a minister.
That's right.
Does that count? That'll count?
Yeah, that'll count.
Okay.
That'll count.
Okay.
And right now, two of my favorite charities in town is No Limits Cafe.
Yep.
They are just awesome. They, plug for them. They're hiring people with special needs and being able to take care of themselves.
Yeah, located on Route 35 here in Middletown, New Jersey.
Middletown, great place to have a lunch. And Mark and Stephanie Cartier are just wonderful people.
And what's the other charity?
And the other charity really is St. Mary's School. There's a little
Bias.
bias there because my youngest daughter goes there. But
okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Before the pandemic,
Support the family, right?
St. Mary's was, I don't know if the tuition was there or what, but right now there's a waiting list to get in. But they always need, there's a need for tablets or,
Sure, stuff.
Boards and stuff.
It's never enough.
It's never
Yeah,
enough.
it's never
And the time to promote something that you love is when they're doing well, not when they're suffering,
Right.
So, and what's great about St. Mary's School is every single classroom has a back door. So each classroom is like a microcosm. So, if you got 20 kids in the class, they are only in contact with 20 kids.
Right.
They don't intermingle with the rest of the school right now. So if there's a class that, has to get sequestered or quarantined for
they're able
for COVID,
to they can
the rest
do
of the
that.
school goes on, And
It's interesting.
I talk to people at the counter and they go, yeah, my kids, they do this hybrid thing and it really, I feel bad because there's a whole generation of kids that are going to remember this as a big lifetime event. And it is. I mean, how many people are affected by this. And I was surprised or delighted to see that this is a vaccine location over here at Bellworks.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how to get on the list, but first of all, I want everyone that needs it to get it before I do because I can definitely wait. So.
Yeah. And I've always been so people come to see me. I guess that's the other thing, dialing back to why I guess picture framers as a whole are doing well right now because we've never been that line at CVS where there's 10 people deep waiting to buy whatever.
Sure.
It's always been, at least in my shop, 2 or 3 people a day staggered. So I've always been kind of a socially distant business. So now where people would come in and bring 1 or 2 things, now people are very conscious. It's like
George.
6. Yeah, seriously, 6 and
George.
7 things at a time.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very grateful, very, very blessed. I've always wanted to be in a position where I could give back. And this Framing Forward campaign that I want to start.
That's nice of you, man.
Yeah, I kind of started doing it already. I gave a check to No Limits Cafe, and we did a promotion with St. Mary's where we did give a portion. People brought in all their projects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we gave a portion back to St. Mary's School, and so on that, speaking to that, if it doesn't have to just be those 2 causes.
Right.
If we want to do Clean Ocean Action, or if we want to do, the Monmouth ASPCA.
Yeah, there's a lot of causes.
Something
There's a lot of
like
good causes.
that. Yeah, the Bon Jovi Soul Kitchen.
Right.
The free clinic in Red Bank. That what is it? That Doctor. I can't think of it.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. That guy.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
but he
you
knows who he is.
But the idea is bring all your diplomas to me. I don't know whether or not I know Amanda can say that she hasn't seen Fairleigh Dickinson in a year and a half, 2 years. She's completing her final semester virtually,
Right.
And I guess the option was to always go to the college bookstore to get your diploma, which is basically a ready-made. And I have to say it's as expensive as it would be to to get it custom framed
Oh
by
yeah,
me.
and you can choose your you choose your frame, you choose your border, you choose
Right,
everything.
you choose your school colors.
yeah.
If you don't want to, go crazy with whatever the school color is, maybe it's orange,
Right.
maybe it's purple. Those are funky colors and those are cool. Show your school spirit. But maybe you just want gold. Maybe you want a black border.
Well, and the diploma is, you have that for a lifetime,
Right.
Hopefully, so.
Right. So, I would say, bring that to me, and like I said, 25% right off the top goes to a local charity, and you feel good that you're supporting a small business, and I am a mom and pop shop. Anybody, everybody is coming to see me, and then feel good that I'm giving back to a local charity too.
I like it. Every time I come in there, you're like, "Hey, you talked to Brian Johnson yet? Tell him to pick up his stuff, man."
Brian's been awesome though. Brian came in and he literally dropped in like 7 pieces.
Yeah.
And then he came and picked it up. And he's just I love Brian. I really do. We talk B horror flicks, all the time.
That's I think. Well, I mean, I think that's all the stuff he's getting framed, right?
Yeah.
It's all like weird.
Yeah,
Horror
burnt
posters
offerings.
burnt offerings.
That was a great piece. Oh, I love that piece.
Yeah.
That came out so. The frame that we picked on that looked like an old paint peeling house.
Right.
And it just worked so
That's
well.
cool. So it was like reclaimed wood.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it was. It was a finish that one of my manufacturers put on there.
Actually, you know what? Now that you mention that, I'm going to take this one off the walls. This is this is one that I dropped off, and this is. I gotta make sure I don't break it.
Yeah, drop it carefully.
So this is a piece by my friends in Texas. They call themselves the Wonder Brothers. 2 brothers. One is exclusively a digital artist.
Okay.
Matt, they're the Esparza brothers, and Mike does pretty much exclusively anything hand painted.
Right.
So this reclaimed wood sign here, which you can't see on the screen.
I can see the reflection in the window. It looks great.
He did that one, but so I picked this up. And I'll throw it up here. I picked this up at Comic Palooza in Houston a couple of years ago. It's what is it, like 16 by 24, I think, something like that. And what I love about you is I'll just drop something. I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. Like, no, I don't really request.
Yeah.
I don't even, I know you'll do a great job, so I don't even really usually have any specifics. And then it's always like Christmas when I come to pick it up because you're like, well, check this out. I got inspired, so.
And I wanted it to look like a marquee at like a movie house.
Yeah, it looks like a marquee. The poster is floating somehow in there by some kind of wizardry or magic. And then this frame is this a combination of wood and metal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got like a wood exterior, which again I like the fact that you look at it. There's white, there's red, and there's black, and the silver really gives it that look. There's gray background, which really makes the white border pop, and the white border on the outside really makes it. It kind of has a little bit of a distressed look. And if you look at the border of the poster, it's kind of like got a little bit of wave to it. It's not exactly straight.
Yeah, I love it.
So I said,
I remember when I saw it, I was like, holy crap, that's all right. This is beyond just a black frame. Or whatever you could get anywhere else.
It's a continuation of the art, and that's what I love to do. Because people bring me amazing things by amazing artists, right. And every once in a while you want to throw something really cool on there and make it a statement piece.
You did that for sure. The what is this kind of frame called? Is there a name for it?
It's a shadow box frame.
Frame?
It's got a deep rabbit, which is the.
Is that what it's called? A rabbit.
It's a rabbit. That's the depth of the frame.
Which is
this
rabbit is what, about 2 inches?
Yeah, maybe
Ish?
inch and a half.
Inch and a half.
Inch and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So yeah, I did something like that similar for our friend Stu. Whether we did his Batman signed Michael Keaton. Cartouche or buckle or emblem, and and did that too. Picked up very much on what I did for the if I sold comics piece. That
the I sell comics. Yeah,
I sell comics piece. Yeah.
Yeah, George. Yeah, he's a episode 300 artwork.
Yeah.
That has got one of those.
The only
up on
the
the
only
wall.
people I don't have signed is I
Is it
don't have
Brian?
Kevin and
Oh,
I don't
Kevin
have,
and Q.
and Q. Yeah. So
I guess those might be the two hardest ones to get.
Yeah.
The other ones are easy. Brian, Walt. Mike,
yeah,
Mike
you
Zapsik,
guys are just local
Ming
heroes.
Chen. Well, I mean, it's because we stop in. So
That's true.
Stop
Although I
in.
don't think Mike has been in the shop yet. You know, he hasn't been in the shop yet.
Mike, come on, man.
Yeah, come on,
Oh,
man.
what the hell?
Why are you being such a stranger?
Right.
So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you knocked this one out of the park. I
Thank
love it.
you.
I love it. I'm beyond happy with
and
it.
I can't believe, you know, when I learned how to do this 15 years ago, we were in Connecticut and at the, I forget what the name of the school was, American Picture Framing Academy of America or something
Right.
like that. And, you know, also went and continued my education through different, you know, schools. And they used to have a big event in Las Vegas. And then I sat with another couple of picture framers that were masters and doing it for a lot longer than I had been. So there's a lot of, you know, a lot of talent that goes into that. But the guy who initially was teaching us said, you know, you're going to get to a point where people are just going to come in and just drop the stuff on the counter
and just
say,
do whatever.
do whatever you want,
Right.
do what. And I said, really? Because I don't think I would have that trust. Well, I'm a control freak,
Sure.
so, and you know, perfectionist, which I think all framers are. You have to be a perfectionist because you got to mind all the details. So, you know, it's
Yeah, but this is one of the things is like I mean, yeah, that I put my complete trust in you. I really don't have a vision like this. I'm like, hey, you know, it would look cool, I guess, in a black frame. You
Yeah,
know?
it
You know
would
what I'm
have.
saying?
Yeah, but I was like, you
Um,
know, let me try a little something different
Yeah.
here, and you know, because people are going to look at that. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy looks
Yeah,
great.
actually, I'm gonna grab that one next.
It looks great in a simple black frame, and then
you
we
didn't. I mean, it's not just in a simple black frame though. You put a gold matter under, which I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab next.
and I think it's got a black metallic gloss frame on the outside, matte on the outside too, and that's sometimes people like to play safe. I like to say a lot of people are afraid of color, and that's why you come to me and you know, and I kind of stretch your comfort levels a little bit.
So I'm trying to. The glare is always killing me.
Yeah,
They could
next time
invent
we'll go
like
for
a super glare-free glass.
They do. They have museum glass, but even museum glass has at an angle has a little bit of a glare. But that's
Yeah, I guess this is probably the best I can get it. But this is there's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Guardians of the Galaxy poster. I have it signed, I think, by 4 cast members.
you probably got that at D'Alessio's table, right?
I think that's where it originated from.
Yeah.
Someone else picked this up for me. So yeah, it's signed by Michael Rooker, Sean Gunn, Greg Henry, Pom Clementieff, and yeah, so 4. Yeah, I haven't gotten. I couldn't get. I was like, you know, I'm probably not gonna get Chris Pratt or Zoe Saldana.
Never say never.
You know, I mean, if Chris Pratt ever comes to the studio, yeah, I'll be seeing you,
have,
again.
You have my
'cause
permission to
I'm
smash that glass.
I'm breaking the glass for sure.
In case of Pratt, break glass.
Yeah, Chris Pratt break glass. But yeah, I mean, you didn't just put this in a simple black frame. There's a gloss black matte and then a gold one around it. Yeah,
And then we did a reverse bevel cut because I didn't want to show the white lines. I
Right.
wanted it to be because it's devoid, especially except for the date. It's devoid of any white in there, and you know, it's all devil's in the details. I always say that.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
Devil's in the details.
Yeah, so this is this is going up there. I haven't. Sometimes I'll just I'll wait a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I just gotta make sure it's in the perfect spot.
There
But I
you
think
go.
these two right up here, like walking by, you notice these for sure. And there's you know, obviously there's a lot of red in here.
Yeah.
I got in this big red curtain kick like Twin Peaks,
Mm-hmm.
and so the Lost Boys one
It's like
really
the,
goes.
it's like the Muppet Show in here.
Yeah. So I guess you would be Waldorf, and I would be the other guy,
Statler.
Who's Statler? We're just sitting here. I mean, we could be sitting here just commenting on people walking by.
I'm going to be nice and say she can be Janice. How's
Janice.
that? Yeah.
Janice is a cool one in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
With Animal and
Yeah. See, I didn't go with the obvious female in the group. See. We're just getting the head turn over here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's me. You know, I'm crazy busy.
No,
I wish I wanted
I'm
to.
glad that you were busy though.
I wanted to be in here sooner, and obviously I'm going to be. Because, you know, I think we're booking our time for the next 6 sessions.
Yeah,
now.
for the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year. And but between snowstorms and just running around getting things done, because part of picture framing is also you got to get a plaque made, so you got to run to your local plaque place, which is the wonderful Beacon Awards on 36.
Yeah.
They are just a great place to go if you need your school jackets or anything done over there. They're just wonderful people. I'll give a shout out to Sue and Kim. They're just wonderful. So it really is a custom thing when you come to see me. And that's why it does take a little longer. And part of the problem is a lot of colors are being discontinued from map boards and stuff. So and you got the whole COVID situation where half the staff at these at these frame distribution places they're down, and I feel for them because they're trying to keep everybody employed and they're trying to stay in business. And when you're dealing with a large staff, it's hard. I mean, eventually somebody's gonna get
Did you, I was like, oh man, I need, like a wire or so, whatever. Did you at times have to cobble things? I was like, oh, maybe Amazon's got this. And
I
did you have to
haven't
cobble anything.
I didn't have to go that far, but
Okay.
I deal with about 3 or 4 different vendors, and you want to hear something crazy?
Sure.
The frame that's on the Guardians of the Galaxy
Yes.
was sold out everywhere.
So this
Everywhere.
black.
This simple black, and it's the number is 8694.
Okay.
And it was out at my main distributor,
Sure.
my secondary main distributor, my third distributor. I called a fourth distributor that I don't do a lot of business with.
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'll get you 100 feet of that, no problem." And there's different. They are more of a higher end distributor. So they have fabulous frames. I call them like the Ferrari of frames because they're Italian made and they're high end. But people don't want to spend $1,000 on a frame every day.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
But they do have a thin black frame as well, and you can guess because if it's made in Italy, it's going to be 3 times the price that I would pay for my my number one distributor,
Yeah.
who I order from so much, I have better discounts
Oh, yeah,
that I
yeah.
usually.
Thank God for the bulk quantity discounts.
And
everybody.
I always pass that on to my customer.
Right.
And I said, look, if I get 30% off from my vendor, I'm happy to pass that on
Yeah,
to you.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
but that was where you're hunting around. I still have one customer that and that's the other thing. So I was waiting so long to get through, and then half the time it's on back order, and the other time it's discontinued. And but even with the snowstorm, I met my delivery guy in a parking lot, and we just
you did the deal.
We did the deal.
You did the
Yeah,
deal in a
it looked like a
parking lot.
drug deal going down.
That's funny.
So it was, we're doing what we do. It's like everybody, they hunker down and they get things done, and that's what America is, right?
Yeah.
We get things done.
I will give a shout out here. Stu Greenberg is watching. Hey, some of my favorite people.
Hey,
Stu, what's up, Stu? Come on down here.
Come on down.
Yeah, Stu was in a lot last before the year was out. Him and the kids came down I think 3 times. So that was I always like seeing them.
The kids or kids?
Kids. No.
Dina is always in the background.
Not anymore.
No?
No,
Oh, that's
not
right. She was
anymore.
very vocal on the last one. That's right.
It's funny when you put a microphone in front of anybody, they start talking.
That's
it's pretty
it.
awesome.
And Dina's
And,
got a great smile.
I think Dina wants to
You need
start
to bring
her own-
that smile out more, Dina.
I think Dina wants to start her own show now, so for sure.
That's awesome.
Mike Silk, what's up? Good morning. Good
Hey,
morning, Mike, for sure. And so Chris Hewitt watches all of our streams. He's got a Brian O'Halloran autograph that he needs for him. So he did bring up an interesting question. Will you do mail order?
I will if we can. First, I would say give me a call. And I got no problem putting my phone number out there, 732-687-2700. Again, 732-687-2700. And give me a call. And I would say let's get that insured when we send it out. But I will be happy to do that. I've shipped stuff all over the country. I think I've shipped stuff to Florida, to North Carolina, to California, to Europe, to Canada. Stuff is all over the country. I know this. Well, I didn't ship it, but there's stuff hanging in Kevin's house in California, right? So.
Oh yeah, if you flip it around, you'll see a Revere picture frame with logo on the back.
That's it. Yeah. So and what did he say? He said, "Do you do autographs?" Right?
Yeah. Well, he's got a Brian O'Halloran autograph that he would like framed, which if I don't know if I have anything signed. No, I have a couple things signed by Brian. Yeah, I would bring them over to George for sure.
Yeah. In fact, a guy came in the other day, and he was the one of the main historians from Middletown, and he comes in and he says, do you frame autographs? Do you collect autographs? And I looked around the studio and I was like,
yeah, I'm a casually.
Yeah,
sure.
casual,
Casually.
you know. I mean, what do I have hanging up? I have that great Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. piece.
Yep.
I've got a Ford versus Ferrari signed by, it's got an included autograph from Matt Damon.
Yeah.
I've got Star Trek stuff. I've got a Seth Rogen Paul thing. I got Sammy Kahn, which he was the guy who wrote Second Star to the Right from Peter Pan. What is that, 1954?
No, it's 1953.
53.
53. All right, you're off by a year.
Off by a year.
You're off by a year.
Trying to think of what else I have signed on the wall. I've got that great Shag piece that's signed by Jason and Kevin and the artist Shag. I've got that Vincent Price piece hanging on the wall. So
yes, you collect autographs.
I collect autographs,
Yeah.
and then in my house I've got a few cool things. I got some Odd Couple stuff. I got Twilight Zone. I got that Errol Flynn, Olivia de Havilland, Robin Hood piece.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, did he have something he was framing, or did he have something he was offering you?
Well, that's
a loaded question.
That is a loaded
It's
question.
like, hey, sir, do you collect autographs?
Yeah, do you want to buy these? And,
okay. So he was trying to pull a comic book man. Then.
No, he was
trying to be
not.
like, what do you give me $1,000? You give me $1,000 for these? Like, So you could have been your own Walt Flanagan for a second. It's like, no, I'll give you 10.
Yeah.
What did he have?
He had he basically wanted to. He had like a lot of old pennants and stuff like that he wanted to get signed, and so we had basically a long conversation, and he realized that I'm the real deal, and he can bring his stuff to me. So
sure.
he'll be in the next week or so.
Okay.
We were talking Superman, and he had he said he had Christopher Reeve, George Reeves, right?
Right.
And then there was another guy before George Reeves that might have been in the serials.
Okay.
And he said he even has that guy's autograph.
So he likes Superman.
He likes Superman.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Stu likes Batman.
All right. He's
this
a
guy
Superman.
likes. He's a Superman.
Super fan.
Super fan. Yeah. Superman super fan.
All right, but he was satisfied by what he saw.
Well,
he came to just check it out.
Then my other friend Rob walked in, and we're talking, and that's when the conversation stepped up, and we were talking about how he was in an old band or a band when he was younger, and how Matt Bon Jovi's brother, was the road manager, and so he goes, "Oh, you know who Matt Bon Jovi is?" And that was a whole other story,
sure.
which was kind of crazy. But not to get too familiar in that story. I don't want to break too many boundaries over here, share too many inside stuff. That is yet another tale.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, George, if you look around, I have some wall space in here. I'll be back soon.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I have to look through. I think I have, because I try to collect all the Comic Mind posters that ever came out. I think out of the 7 seasons, I don't know if they made one for every season.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there are 5 out there, and I think I have 3 of them framed. So I got to bring in.
You got to make a mock one.
A mock one?
A mock one. Mock one up. mock like a, whatever season is missing. I'll do that. In
It's
fact,
like a fake season 8 poster.
fake season 8. You know what? Get the energy out there. Kind of tease it. Season
Yeah.
8 coming.
Yeah.
I did that for my one customer, Joanne. Her father-in-law was. How are we doing on time here? Where are we?
Oh, we're good.
We're good.
Yep.
Okay. Her father-in-law was an extra in the movie The French Connection.
Okay.
So,
Gene Hack.
Gene Hackman,
Hackman,
yeah,
yes.
1971. So, so I said, what would be,
Keep talking. I
yeah.
gotta plug this laptop in.
Yeah, I said, so what would be awesome is if we made a lobby card, and for those out there who don't know what a lobby card is, it's a mini movie poster that was shown in the lobby of the movie theaters before you walked in, and they're generally 18 by 12 or something like that, maybe even small. They make an 8 by 10, which is a mini card, and then they make the larger one, which is basically a small movie poster. So I said to Joanne, what would be awesome is how about we create a lobby card with the scene of her father-in-law bringing the car. There's a Lincoln that has a bunch of cocaine stuffed in the door panels of the Lincoln, and he's literally the longshoreman there that's raising the car out of the bowels of the ship,
Yeah.
and guiding it out. So we did that. When I say that people are moved to tears, and I hope I'm not overstepping here, Joanne, because I love you.
It's so beautiful that
She was so touched. I mean, like literally crying. And here's one of those situations where COVID or no,
Sure.
I had to come around the counter
yeah,
and give her a big hug.
Yeah.
And that was weeks ago, and we're both fine. But I
Okay,
had,
thank goodness.
I
That's
had
good.
that was an embrace moment. And her husband was just touched. I mean, that is, we included a plaque that, said who he was and the years that he was a longshoreman, and had his ID and his picture. And so I bought real lobby cards off of eBay. And then the trick was to get a really clean digital copy of the scene to freeze it.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it from VHS.
No, it's too
I
low
tried
quality.
to do it from. I tried to do it from taking a picture off a Blu-ray, and even that, because the
It's
quality
still not
is
high
still
res
not
enough,
high res
yeah.
enough. So I think what I ended up doing was played it on my 4K Retina screen, my iMac, and did a
screen capture.
Yeah,
Right.
and it was
Kind of upscaled it a little bit.
right. Yeah, right. Rasterize it up a little bit.
Right. I mean, as
And-
long as you're not printing out a poster size, I think you
No.
can't see any artifacts or
No.
anything. So
But that really did come out nice.
That's cool.
And she was blown away. And I do that for my customers all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
You come to me because I will go above and beyond. Where other people will say, sorry, I don't have time to do that, whatever. And I kind of like the challenge, And
I can see that.
Yeah. So it's fun.
I can see that. Stu wanted to make sure you mentioned you also do restorations. I guess did you restore something for Stu?
I restored a couple of things for him. I restored a picture of his grandmother, and I think of his parents are the kids that are in that picture, and they're playing cards for some big money back in the day.
Whoa. Okay.
I mean, there was some tens on that table.
Yeah,
you
taking
know?
down some big pots. Okay.
There you go. Yeah. The precursor to World Poker Tour.
Yeah. How many restorations do you do?
Oh, man,
do you do a lot?
I used to do about maybe 10 a year, but people have been bringing them in, and I did one for a customer. His name is Reed, and it was I wish I had the picture to show it, because it's just unbelievable. This thing looked like it went through a fire. It was discolored. It was just it looked like the table over here. It was all just a mess. And he says to me, and then it went through Sandy, and it was in his truck, and it got all rained on. It was like the only thing that was missing was a footprint from this. And he said, I don't know if there's anything you can do to this. I said, you know what? The picture is still sharp, and we can see all the details. The only thing I needed to know is what color was her, and this was a picture of his wife when she was like 3 or 4 years old.
Okay.
I said, what color are her eyes, and what color was her hair? That's the only thing I really need to know. And I said, and what color was the dress? And
Yeah.
it looked like it was kind of like a Little Red Riding Hood kind of red checkered dress that girls wore back then. And what I gave back to him was mind blowing. He was telling everybody he could that go to George because this is amazing.
He'll restore this for you.
And that's especially now, things like that are very, very close to people's hearts.
Sure.
You want to remember where you came from, and a lot of times when people think that these things are just toast, case in point, that picture that Julia and Mike posted on Instagram. I said, give me that picture. I'll fix that for you. And that was something that went through Sandy. And Julia was like, we tossed it. And, if I would, they took a digital picture of it. And, I said, I can fix that for you.
Yeah, I could have fixed that for you.
And I wasn't trying to, I was like, that's my gift. That's a housewarming gift for you guys,
Right.
So
it's like, I'm not trying to upsell you.
Right. Yeah. That's me. You come to my shop and I'm the guy who hates the upseller.
Sure.
I'm not that guy. I'm the guy who's maybe we can. You tell me what your budget is, and we'll try to slot something in
we'll
there.
work something out.
I'm glad to spend your money, but if you have a fixed budget,
we'll work with you. Yeah, for sure.
I can do that too. So yeah.
That's cool. Do you remember during this whole pandemic? Do you remember the most unique thing that came in? Did anyone bring in a football field sized Derek Jeter #2 retirement flag or
I got a lot of sports jerseys that came.
Oh, really?
To the point where I didn't want to see any more jerseys.
Yeah.
And I have a friend of mine. He's like, how many jerseys came in today? I was like, Phil, I can't. I think I had like 10 or 12 jerseys waiting to be framed in the shop at one point, and they just take. They're expensive to do.
Sure.
People call up and they go, oh, how much is the jersey? You want
to do a good job. It's not. You want to do a half-assed job,
right.
So it's not going to be cheap either.
To do a jersey the right way with a double mat and putting a form on the inside to hold it nice, it's about $500.
Yeah, and it's a thick piece of clothing. It's not a flat photo. So
and I want to say that's for either a football or a hockey jersey.
Sure.
Hockey jerseys are the biggest jerseys out there.
Well, they have the embroidered patches on there, and
they're
huge. Yeah.
And what drives that price is basically a standard size mat board is 32 by 40, and even if you have to go beyond that by 2 or 3 inches, you have to go to 40 by 60 material. And also, most of the time, they're signed, and
sure.
You want to put a UV glass on that because you don't want
to spend. You don't want to fade. Yeah.
You don't want to spend say $50 on the glass, and then 6 months from now you call me up going,
hey,
the red in my Rangers jersey or the red in my Devils jersey has started to fade to pink. My job is to actually tell you what the proper conservation way of saving your pieces are.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we want to save these for long after I'm gone. You know, and then the flip side of that is when people do bring stuff to me, I say, throw a photograph in there. So I did a Middletown South jersey, which was a hockey
local
jersey,
local high school.
And her son was like, Ma, I really don't want to. I don't want to frame that. And I said, if he doesn't want to frame it, don't frame it. I don't push. I said, but if you do frame it,
throw a photo of him in the jersey.
Yeah. And she goes, really? I said,
you can do that? I was like, I didn't do anything, ma'am.
And what we do is we stitch a piece of mat board through the jersey, so there's no glue or staples.
Yeah.
It's literally sewing it through, and again, conservation, a way of doing things, and then adhering the photo to that piece of mat board, so it's all done. So I do things so that if you ever have to take anything apart again,
you can do it easily. It's not permanent.
Right. So I said, because you know what, he might not care about that jersey right now, but when he has kids, and he's 17 years old right now.
Yeah, it's not that far away. In 20 years and 40 years and 30, 40 years, you might.
But when he has a 17-year-old kid, like case in point, I thought it was so cool that she was rocking my high school sweatshirt.
Yeah.
You know, and she works at Urban, and people were coming up to you asking you where.
Well,
you
where'd you get that? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like hey, this is vintage.
Vintage
You can't.
1987.
You can't.
You know. So when he has a son or a daughter, she can say, or he can say that was my dad when he was my age, and now it becomes a family heirloom.
Right.
And that's what's special to
history.
me, the family heirloom history pieces. And to that note, I think the French Connection piece was very special.
Yeah.
You know.
I just saw something like this is my family heirloom piece right here. So
Yeah.
this is a picture of me and a guy some of you might know. His name is Stan Lee.
Yeah.
And
That is awesome.
yeah. So what I'm trying to get this. I think this is I printed this out from a digital that the photographer Alan Amato took. He does all of Kevin's stuff. He obviously has a much higher res of this. I'm trying to get a copy of that. I'm like I should blow this up to I
Yeah.
don't know like 5 feet by whatever.
Billboard size.
Yeah, and then frame it in something ornate.
Yeah, make
And
it.
so I'm trying to get the original high res, raw file
That's it.
of that, and I'll then print it out in some kind of larger format and throw some kind of like super gold ornate frame around that.
It
Yeah,
would be- it would-
I
it
think
would-
that's
it would
like
be-
it doesn't. What picture? Like how can you get better than this?
It's yeah. I mean,
besides my own family photos, of course, but.
that's an amazing. It's a once in a lifetime. It's. I think you guys met him a couple of times.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I say never turn. I could have met him. I had a chance to go hang out with the whole Marvel crew at Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and I was busy. I said I couldn't get
Oh,
away,
man.
and that was once in a lifetime to get in. And my friend said, look, you come, you hang out, you help us set up and the
Yeah,
the
you come
booth,
hang
and
out
then,
afterwards.
yeah,
Stan might roll by.
that's it, and then you can go walk around, and I was like, yeah, and that was if I could roll back time,
Sure.
Never turn down an opportunity is what I'm telling you, boys
Yeah,
and
for
girls
sure.
out there. Never turn down an
Yeah,
opportunity.
exactly.
So,
And then when you get those opportunities, take a photo and then bring it to George and he'll
that's
frame
it.
it for you.
I will frame it like it'll last for generations to come.
Yeah.
And you know what? What I love is when people come in and they give me the wow factor. And I think
Yep.
I've said this before.
And then you give it back to them.
Yeah,
That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
it's just and that's part of being an artist is having to let go. Half those pieces behind me are customer inspired pieces.
Yeah.
That I just love them so much that I said, you know what, I've got to recreate this. It's just it's fun. I love what I do. It's great to do what you love to do, and I think you can attest to that
Oh, yeah.
because you guys love what
Yeah,
you do.
and then I also love to preserve what I love to do. So, well, and thank you for helping us do that always.
Thank you for always having me over
Always,
here.
for
It's
sure.
great.
So,
And,
Amanda, Practical Joker's season 9 premiere tonight. How excited are you?
I'm so excited.
I mean, what could they do this year that'll top the other 8 years plus? Did you like the movie?
Oh yeah, I always watch the movie, but
You know what that movie needed? It needed more Ming Chen. I'm like, nah, I didn't even get a call. And not only that, Brian Johnson, he shot a scene, they cut it.
really,
Got cut.
Ah.
How dare they?
And he's like family.
His best friend, he
Yeah.
got cut out of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what the scene was, but I'm sure it was pretty funny.
I saw the stuff where he was driving them around to the to the premieres for the tour, the Impractical Jokers tour. When they were in the neighborhood, and he's posting on Instagram. And there's Brian driving.
Yeah,
around.
Amanda's wearing that used to be my sweatshirt. I grabbed it at we went to the premiere, and then I wish I grabbed more. They had a whole table full of them. I was like, I don't want to get greedy, so I grabbed one.
That was the
And,
anticlimactic birthday party thing. You were like, oh, I thought she really liked Impractical Jokers.
Yeah,
I was like,
I think I posted a photo. I wore it, but I prefer the zip ups. I hate pullover sweatshirts. So
Yeah.
you were like, hey, my daughter would love that. I'm like, she can have it then.
yeah, and you
For
came
sure.
you came the day of
I brought it
her birthday.
over. Yeah, and I kind of thrown it in my bedroom, so there was some dog hair on it. It wasn't, it was clean. If I got one dog.
well, I
Um,
saw it on his phone. That's why, like in the video, like I
We
already
took
saw
some
it.
pictures of her because she just turned 21, and I was
Right.
like, "Here, we'll take a picture
Happy
of her
birthday.
drinking
Going back.
her first legal drink." And she
Right.
kept on going, and there's a picture. I wish I had a
Oh.
camera because she was like, "Oh!" and she
Oh,
got
so it
all
ruined
excited.
it ruined the surprise.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
you saw the
You just
pictures,
give
and
me that.
Well, I saw a video of you opening it. And you were like,
and she was
I was
like,
like, oh,
yeah.
what's it? Geez, I thought this was like going to be a huge present, but it was ruined. So
missed opportunity.
yeah, that's all right.
Always have two cameras rolling. See that?
That's all right. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty rare sweatshirt. I wouldn't even know where to get another one, but I think I wore it once. And I was like,
Well, the correct person right here is wearing it.
I wear it all the time.
Yeah, I just laughed that you're such a big super fan.
Yeah, I said, pretty soon that sweatshirt's going to be walking around the house by itself because she lives in that
Yeah,
sweatshirt.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so
All right.
super fan. So if there's ever an Impractical Jokers meet and greet in town, here's the president of your fan club.
I gotta see if I don't know if I have any other Joker stuff laying around, but if I do, I'll just get. You can have it because I like to To me, it's like not like I love Q and the Gang, but
Yeah.
I would rather someone who enjoyed it, like gets way more excited about it, have it. So, it looks better on you than it does on me. So, yeah.
She wears it well.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think on that note, because I know somebody has a class that they need to get to.
Oh man, okay.
And but yeah, so to wrap up, come see me
it's,
at Revere Picture Framing.
It's ReverePictureFraming.com. You can find them on Facebook. They're on Instagram.
Instagram, 1741 Highway 35 in Middletown, New Jersey. Been in business for 15 years.
Yep, there's a number. Give George a call. He'll, if you want to talk, don't take up too much of his time, but yeah.
You can talk my ear off. Everybody, I
There's
tell
the phone
people, come
number.
into the shop even if you don't have anything to frame. Just because
don't take his ear off because he's got, I got to bring him pieces, and I would like to have them back at some point.
At some point,
he's gonna get to work. Yeah, I might have some more stuff for you. I think I have a couple more comic book man posters.
Nice.
I really should frame those. And,
nice.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think most people maybe stockpile 2 or 3 items before they bring stuff in. I don't know. Do people bring in stuff like here? Just
I
piece at a time?
I had a woman stop by the other day, and her father was an amazing printer, and they did the prints for Leroy Neiman.
okay.
And so she had a couple of Leroy Neiman pieces. She had a Johnny Bench, so that's Cincinnati Reds, and she had a Mike Schmidt, which was
Phillies.
Philadelphia
Third baseman.
Phillies, yeah. And and these were printer proofs.
Sure.
Which I looked them up on eBay, and things are worth what they're worth.
They're worth what someone else
somebody's
is
willing
paying
to pay. Yeah.
for them, yes.
But on the low end, these were signed by Leroy Neiman.
Right.
So what was cool, even I think it was a limited run of 300. So I'm saying this because if you're a Cincinnati Reds fan or if you're a Philadelphia Phillies fan, these two prints are available for purchase, and I think she wants $1,000
Oh, wow,
each,
okay. Yeah.
or best offer, which I thought for Leroy Neiman signed
Sure,
pieces,
it's probably
printer
more.
proofs,
Yeah.
printer proofs, 1 of 6.
Yeah,
which was
way more rare.
sick.
Way more
I was
rare.
like, are you kidding me? So and the fact the other thing better than the run of 300 is Leroy Neiman was there making the color shift changes from one to the other, and this is something I learned. She had a 1 of 6, and then she had a 4 of 6, and or a 5 of 6. And I said, well, which one do you want to keep? She says, I want the 5 of 6. I said, why don't you want the 1 of 6? She goes, because the 5 of 6 is going to be more close to the final print that was released.
Sure.
So I was like, wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So in this case, the 1 of 6. Well, you know what? Each one is a variant, which you can appreciate.
All about variants for
so
sure.
So every single one of those 1 of 6 is a variant because each one is slightly different. So each one, in essence, is a 1 of 1.
Yeah.
So those are just So I told her, I'll put it out there to the framing world and let people know.
Yeah.
If they they want to purchase, and then she said she was going to take some of that money and then get some of the other things that she wanted to get framed.
Oh, cool. Okay,
away.
so
it's coming full circle. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
Cool. Thank you, George.
All right.
I'm glad that you're you've been busy surviving.
Yeah.
And bring all your framing to George.
Bring
That's,
all your-
that's all I can tell you.
Bring all your
so.
diplomas for me, because I want to. I want to. I want to
frame it forward.
I want to be
everybody.
a philanthropist and be able to help other businesses. You know, frame it forward. Diplomas, 25% goes to your favorite charity, or one that I'm promoting right now. All right?
Awesome.
So
Thanks.
thanks again.
Yep.
All right, and till we meet again.